One of the challenges of planning to attend a university or technical college is that you have to project long into the future. A basic question that many students overlook is this: how much money do you think you'll need to make for the lifestyle that you want? With this information in mind, you can research the average salary for your prospective degree. To help you, the South Dakota Department of Labor has a site for comparing average salaries to the cost of living throughout the state. In addition to earning potential, you need to consider the job outlook for your career. What will the field look like 5 to 10 years from now? As you do your research, you may find that there are many more companies seeking qualified candidates in your career than you realized. Or you may discover that jobs in that field are declining. Whatever the case, it's important to anticipate what lies ahead. Here's Heather Schopp again to share her perspective.
Don't be afraid to make a change if something isn't a good fit for you, but be thoughtful in how you do it. Again, don't just make the next jump. Be thoughtful about, well, where does this lead me? Does this take me through the next 5 years? And then does that mean I need more education? Or does it mean that my experience will be able to take me to that next step in my career path?
Once you've taken a career assessment and considered your field of study, the next step should be to learn more about the schools you may wish to attend. First, you want to ensure that the school you are considering is accredited. Simply put, accreditation ensures that a school meets and maintains established standards of education. Despite what you might think, not all institutions have these standards in place. Why would you spend thousands getting an education if the school you attend is not required to maintain high standards? While an online university with no attendance requirements and no exams might seem appealing, you don't want to pay for a bogus degree that has no value and that would not be accepted by an employer. In fact, most employers and educational institutions consider it lying if you claim academic credentials that you did not earn through actual coursework. Unfortunately, there are illegitimate institutions that scam people. The Federal Trade Commission, or FTC, has a page dedicated to college degree scams. You need to ensure that the college or university you would like to attend is accredited by a legitimate organization. You can find this information on our website. Next, make it a priority to visit the school in person if possible. Are the instructors knowledgeable? Do students seem to like the program they are studying? Can the school provide you with career placement statistics that outline how many students have graduated in a given field? Gather as much information as possible. After doing your research, consider whether you are ready to undertake a degree program. If the path moving forward still seems unclear, it might be wise to wait. In the meantime, think about how your choices will influence your ability to get an education in the future. For example, if you decide to wait a year or two before beginning your degree, you probably don't want to take on any additional debt. For example, if you get a loan for a new car, you'll have to make your payment regardless of what's happening in your life. This might make it impossible for you to cut down your work hours, which means you may not have enough time to pursue a degree. Debt can easily sidetrack your educational plans. You take a risk if you buy a car now, believing you can sell it when you're ready to go to college. What happens if you're unable to sell your car? Or what if it is no longer worth what you owe on it? It may not be worth the risk. You cannot predict the future, but you can plan ahead as best as possible. If you're on the fence about what to do next, it's usually wisest to wait.
Don't let anybody push you in one way or the other. You got to make that decision on yourself, and you don't have to go to college the year after you graduate high school. I mean, if you're not sure what you want to do, I would suggest work for a year and figure out what you actually want to go to college for, because once you go to college, that debt is going to be there forever, or for as long as it is. So if you're unsure about what you want to do, don't rush into it and figure it out beforehand.
Getting a degree is an investment in your future, and like all investments, it costs money. As you consider your options, remember the goal is to get an education that allows the kind of life you desire with the least amount of debt possible. By understanding yourself, researching the field you want to pursue, and carefully considering where you get an education, you are well on your way to getting the best return on your investment. Brad Carey has experienced this in his education and career choices.
I guess what inspired me was I wanted to be successful, and I wanted to be able to make enough money to do the things that I wanted to do in life, whether it be remodeling houses or going on cool hunting trips with my buddies every year or whatever it was. You know, I wanted to set myself up to be in a position where I could do what I wanted.
The South Dakota Department of Education has developed a website called SD My Life to help students with their research and choices. You can find the link on our website. In the videos that follow, we'll discuss how to pay for college, how to budget during college, and how to get your degree with as little debt as possible.